Hi guys, welcome back to Mediocre Arts and Crafts. I'm Bug, and today I'm going to show you how I created this little magnetic plaque. It uses just some decorative paper cut-aparts and some embellishments from a Pebbles set. And the rest of the cards I cut down, gave them some fancy corners, and put them on some cardstock. And I will show you how I made this. Of course, it translates to all different kinds of holidays, or just making decor out of the little cut-apart sheets. If you don't have one of these little wooden things, then you can definitely just use a piece of chipboard and it'll turn out just fine. Let me show you what I did. So the way this one started was that I took some cut-aparts, this sheet here, and I was thinking about making tags out of them. So I cut them down and I mounted them on some paper, and I rounded the corners all fancy with the corner rounders. This one is way wonky, huh? Anyway, so started doing something like this, and then I realized that I really kind of liked the way that they looked, and I didn't want to put holes in them. And I thought that they'd be cute to display on something. And you could give this away at the beginning of the season as a little gift, like a decoration, and people could just change whatever one and put whatever item they want to display. So I have some of these in my stash. These came from a local store, Craft Warehouse. So we have Craft Warehouse in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm in Boise. I think they have like 8 or 10 or 12 stores. And I have a few of these in my stash, so I decided to pull one out and use it. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with some magnetic sheet. Now this is the kind that you might get in sheets to put your dies in or on. It is also self-adhesive, and so I just took 2 of the sheets and cut them to fit the top of this. Of course, I'm going to have to punch some holes here if you're going to use the holes, and I decided I would. So I am going to get myself a pen or a pokey tool or a something, kind of figure out where I'm going to need to punch these holes. So once I get this one down and this one down, this will need holes as well. So I'm just going to use this as a guide. So I'm going to take the magnet off of here. And let me tell you, I did test this because I wanted to see, these aren't really strong. I wanted to make sure that they would stick, like the magnet would magnet to itself. So I did a little bit of a test with the paper beforehand. And now I'm just trying to get it, you'll see that this is beveled a little bit, so I'm just trying to get it as straight in there as I can, and it seems to be pretty good. I'll put this other sheet down here. course, we're going to cover it up, but you still want it as even as possible. I got this guy. I'm really just going to glue this guy down. You can see his eyeballs peeking out of there. We'll be able to get some ribbon through there. So I thought that I might use art glitter glue, but I'm going to use a dry adhesive. Okay, I'm going to use dry adhesive on this guy. Just so I know it won't bubble. And so I can kind of get it right against the edge, at least all the way around the frame of this thing, of the magnet sheet. Using my acrylic block to help me tear it evenly, or as even as possible, I guess. It doesn't really have to be super straight, I just don't want it going over the side and sticking out from behind that red paper that I'm using. The cat was playing with something. I see you under there. What are you doing, silly? She's playing with a piece of black cardstock and it is super cute. Just one there for good measure. I think that's enough. I'm going to overdo it here in a second. All right, so just one more time, make sure that this is what I want to do here, because I think once I get that adhesive backer off, there's going to be like a one-stop shop here to get this even. Yep, looks good. I like it. So, brush these down a little bit so the backer is easier to remove. All right, moment of truth. I think I'm going to start from the top here. Maybe? I think I got it. Awesome. So I chose not to do anything with this wood. It's still raw wood. Maybe it kind of balances out the fact that this is super shiny glitter paper, but I wasn't really worried about it. You could definitely throw something on there if you wanted, or decoupage it, or you know, you could even cover it with a full sheet of paper and miter the corners so it folds around. So there's that. I'm gonna grab some ribbon. I have a lot of black on the back of these, so I think I'm gonna grab a black ribbon. Excuse me, Chizo. Okay, got some red here. So we got our hangy thing. Could definitely put a little bow on there if you want to. Just gonna leave that for now just in case I want to hook it onto something. So like I said, I had this sheet of cut aparts and I cut it apart, and each one of the cut aparts I gave just a little decorative corner round and put on either black, gold, or silver cardstock. And so there are those. And then I went ahead and I put magnet sheet on the back of them, like that. And we have our frame, our plaque that adheres. And I took some of the little embellishments. These are pebbles. I don't know what they call their embellishments or their ephemera, but so I've got a little tree here and a little peppermint. And I'll go ahead and take a picture from the front, but those look like they are staying. So I really have done a little more home decor in the last 6 weeks or so than I think I normally would have done. It has completely to do with Christmas in July, and that I love making things for Christmas. If you like projects that use decorative paper or the kind of items that you already have in your craft room because you love paper crafting and you want to turn them into something a little home decor but still homemade, then subscribe to my channel and I will certainly have more of them in the future. Thanks. Have a great day. I'm going to show you how I made this little magnetic plaque. Oops, it's kind of magnetic. Sometimes it works. There we go. What? Oh yeah? What? Mm-hmm.